All right, so back to our practice problems. And like I said, you guys should have these done by now, hopefully. We're doing the same thing as before. I'm going to kind of do the easy key, but for step one, you guys still always want to show the entire key. So I'm going to put for type A, B, AB, and O. Those are my phenotypes. My genotypes, once again, type A can be homozygous dominant, or it could be a heterozygous choice, big A, O. Type B is dominant over O. Homozygous, heterozygous. Type A is codominant, so it's just AB, and type O is my recessive, little o. Step number 2, we are going through and we're crossing two parents with type AB blood. So one parent is type AB, I only have one choice for AB, the other parent is AB as well. Step 3, you're going through, you're filling in that Punnett square. So we have AB across the top, we have AB down the side, splitting them up. So you can have one child who is big A, big A, big AB, big AB, or BB. So a little bit more variation that you guys should be able to see within that combination now. Genotypic ratio. So write them all out from the key. AA, AO, BB, BO, AB, and O. So if I go through, I have one that is big A, I have 0 that are AO, I have 1 that is big B, 0 that are BO, I have 2 that are AB, and 0 that are O. Phenotypically, when we look at them, we can either be type A, B, AB, or O. So here we've got a 1 to 1 to 2 to 0 ratio with that particular cross. So what we know from that is that they cannot have children with type O blood in that particular case. Can a baby with type O blood, so this baby is type O, so genotypically he is little o, come from parents who are type A and type B blood? So they're saying, okay, well, this is kind of working backwards a little bit. So I still start out with that particular key. What do my types of blood look like? So for type A, you could be AA or AO. And once you have that key down, you should be able to kind of look at it a little bit more and see if that's physically possible. So for AB, once again, it's AB, and O is little o. This is what my baby is, little o. And that means that mom has to give a little o gene, dad has to give a little o gene. Parents are type A, type B. So is it possible? Do we think it's possible? Oh, well, if I make one of them AO and the other one BO, there's type A, B, and type A and type B blood, that should be able to happen. So if I cross AO with BO, should it give me an O child blood? Absolutely, because when you throw them into this particular cross, there's my AO, there's my BO, type A blood, type B blood. So they can have one that's type AB, they can have one that's type B, they can have one that's type A, and they can have one that's type O. So those two parents can have a child with any type of blood there. Okay, so genotypically, I would write them all out. Phenotypically, they're there. But yeah, it absolutely can happen. So this answer would be yes. And that's something I could kind of ask you guys on like a multiple choice question or a true and false, or I can ask you questions about that. How many of the children could have type O blood? How many other children with type O blood could they have? Something along those lines. So it would still require you guys to kind of go through and do that particular cross. The last one. So now we're back to that RH factor. So for my key on this one, I have RH positive and I have RH negative are my two choices. You can do it one of two ways. You can say this is plus plus or plus minus. For my RH negative, it is negative negative there. Okay, if you want to use A's or B's or T's or whatever you want to use, that's fine too. It is a regular monohybrid cross. Step number 2, for my parents, it says you're crossing with someone who is heterozygous RH positive. So that's my plus minus. I'm going to put a little dot there saying I'm crossing them because I think it's too many symbols if I just start putting X's there again. With an RH negative parent, so there's negative negative. Step number 3, Punnett square. Doesn't matter who goes where, one there, one there. Keep your pluses first if you're doing your pluses because that's how we have it in our key. Genotypic ratio, how many are plus plus, how many are plus minus, how many are minus minus. So as we go through, I don't have any that are plus plus. I have 2 that are going to be plus minus, and I have 2 that are minus minus. So if I look at my phenotypic ratio, how many are Rh positive to Rh negative? Well, I have a 2-to-2 ratio on that. If you reduce it to 1-to-1, that's going to be the same thing. Okay, so what you guys will be doing from there is you guys are actually going to try some practice problems. I will have ones that are circled there, so I don't think I'm asking you guys to do all the ones that are on the particular page, but I do want you guys to have a little practice with them. And once again, they're going to be a mix. It's not like, oh, just here's your multiple alleles. It's going to be a mix of all those problems. So when you see this and you see those practice problems there, I'll have a little due date and when they're due for you guys, and then we'll move on from there. Rest of the week, we'll go through some sex-linked traits, little practice problems on that, and we'll kind of end the week on that and come back with some dihybrids after Easter. All right, so have a good day. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I'm always here if you guys need to Google Meet or anything, and we'll go from there. Thanks.